And from there, you know, it was just kind of like, all right, Keith was like, you know what, we thinking of doing a late night show with the Baker Boys. You can kind of jump in between the segments and talk, but it's the Baker Boys show, but we need somebody to run the show, but I'm gonna let you talk. And that's literally how I got involved with actually talking on air. And I'll never forget it. Shout out to J Rob. Oh, I used to love me some J Rob. J Rob was on the radio, and he was actually, it was like a weekend shift. He was getting off the radio, and I was so nervous. I came in early and I talked to J Rob, and I was just like, you know, I think I am ready. I'm good. And oh my gosh, I did he stayed until I did my very first break. I did my first break and I forgot to cut the mic off. And in the studio, when you don't cut the mic off, you don't hear nothing. Like, it's just, that's how you know the mic is on. Okay. But this is my first time ever, heart beating through my chest. And I forget to cut the mic off, and J Rob had like stepped out the studio to give me an opportunity to feel comfortable. And, you know, I forget. And I was like, fuck, shit. Oh, and all of a sudden, J Rob come bolting into the studio and hit the mic. And I said, oh, did that go over the air? And he was like, yeah. And I was so embarrassed. Obviously, you know, you can't cuss on the radio.
Right.
And he just sat there. He was red. I was red. We just sat there looking at each other. And Keith Landecker called and said, you know what you did? I was like, yeah. He was like, is J Rob still there? I was like, yeah. And he was like, we'll talk about it Monday.
You was nervous the whole weekend, huh?
I thought I was gonna get fired. I thought it was over. I thought it was over before it started. But by God's grace, Keith Landecker is such a good teacher and mentor and coach. He literally sat me down and explained to me, this is why you have to know how to run the board. You forgot to cut the mic off after you talked.
Right.
You got to cut the mic off. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, you know, step one, talk, cut the mic off. Okay. So we just kind of went over some fundamentals again, but he was just he literally was like, I believe in you. Like, I know you can do this. I know you're going to be great. Right. Everybody mess up. This is a part of your story.